and as I read what is before me, I just want to share this with the public, what I'm reading. So the Sheriff's Office has benefited from infusion of additional funding from the Ramsey County Board in many instances since 2006. These actions have repeatedly demonstrated that the Ramsey County Board will ensure resources are available within the Sheriff's Office and all operating entities to support staffing and programmatic needs that extend beyond the initial authorized budget amounts when appropriate. So we have an attachment here that shows the request for board action that shows that the Sheriff's Office has received, listen to this number, public, the Sheriff's Office has received $9,263,943 in additional funding from the Ramsey County Board from the years 2006 to 2021, which exclude the $2.7 million now being requested of the Ramsey County Board at the end of 2022 to address his overspending. Specifically, looking at the years of 2019 and through 2021, the Sheriff's Office received $2,982,737 in spending beyond initially budget allocation. So Ramsey County departments, we are responsible for ensuring effective use of taxpayer dollars and ensuring transparent accounting of how dollars are spent to comply with the budget allocation set by the Ramsey County Board. Departments are therefore expected to address unanticipated expense through careful management and reprioritization of other funds to stay within their annual budget whenever possible. If ever unforeseen circumstances and budgetary pressures are allowed to increase operating budget across the organization, spending will increase at an unreasonable and unsustainable rate. Budget pressures that cannot be managed within the department are to be communicated to service teams and finance leadership as soon as possible. I'm sure that's you, to your office, to help manage the problem before year end. For example, in 2021, it states that the Sheriff's Office faced projections of large year-end budget deficit, but chose to work throughout the year with the service team controller and chief financial officers to address budgetary challenges and implement changes that resulted in meeting their budget for those years. The lack of active budgetary management by the Sheriff's Office during 2022 resulted in a level of overspending that now requires an infusion of funds from Ramsey County General Operations Reserve to ensure the organization fulfill all of its 2022 budget obligations. And so before us, we have item 8, which makes me real hard to say yes, right? To say yes to this office, who have consistently overspent dollars in a way that money could have gone to support children, families, housing, homelessness, and we can go on and on and on. But you come before us saying that we need to close the books. And if you don't do it today, we can't close the books. And so to our county manager, I just want to say thank you for all of the controls that you have put before us today. Out of control spending without accountability is not what Ramsey County stands for. And we have to have some controls. Even though I don't feel so good about wanting to close out and pay almost $3 million in overspending. I just can't fathom how someone would think that it's okay. But we can see this behavior that has increased year after year after year, right? And Ramsey County is saying no more. We have to be accountable. He has to be accountable and held accountable through these controls. It's like a little child. You don't want to put all the rules down, but sometimes we have to. If the behaviors continues to show up, that is impacting the work that we need to do here in Ramsey County. It goes beyond just public safety. So we'll see what that vote look like. I'm not happy. I'm not happy at all what we see before us. But I do appreciate the work that you do. I don't want your job. I wouldn't have your job. It is not an easy job to do what you do, but a so-needed job. And I thank you for your work.
Thank you, Commissioner Moran. Commissioner Fredlin and then Commissioner Shaw. You're